Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel, Signing with Omar. Today is part 2 of Kitchen Signs. Are you ready? Let's get started. Let's start with the first sign, bake. I'll show you that from the side. To sign bake, you simply take your non-dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body with the palm facing downwards. Now you'll take your dominant hand with the palm facing upwards and slide it up underneath the palm of the non-dominant hand, almost as if you're putting something inside an oven. Once again, I'll show you that whole sign. That is how you sign bake. For the sign counter, we know that a counter, the surface of it is made of some type of a stone. So you'll sign stone first, and then the next sign you'll do is table. So to sign stone, you simply take your non-dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body, form a fist. Then with your dominant hand, form a fist, and take your dominant hand and strike twice against the back of the non-dominant fist. And then from here, you'll do the sign table. So you'll extend out your fingers with the palm still facing downwards, and then take your dominant arm, bring that on top of the non-dominant arm, and then pivot twice. Now let me show you what that whole thing looks like in real time. That is how you sign counter. The sign cutting board. Now, to sign cutting board, you actually take both hands and form L's and bring them down on your side where the palms are actually facing downward. These become classifiers representing the angles of the cutting board. So if you have a very large cutting board, you'll just space them apart a little bit more, or if it's a smaller one, you come closer together. And then from here, you'll mimic actually cutting something or slicing something. So let me show you what that whole sign for cutting board looks like. That is how you sign cutting board. The sign fan. To sign fan, you simply take your dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body, flex your wrist downwards, and then with your hand, move it into a circular motion going in the clockwise direction. And at the same time you're doing this with your hand, puff out your cheeks and pretend as if you're blowing. That is how you sign fan. The sign flower. To sign flower, it consists of two separate parts. The first part of the sign is the sign white. So to sign white, you simply take your dominant hand with the fingers apart, place that on your chest and your abdomen, and from here, that hand will draw away from the body, and as it draws away from the body, the fingers come together. Let me show you that from the side. And now from here, you'll take that same dominant hand and form the letter F. And I try to keep this little circular area intact. And then from here, you'll pretend as if you're sprinkling it maybe on your plate or on the table. So let me show you what that whole sign looks like together. And from the side, that is how you sign flower. Freezer. Now, to sign freezer, we have to first establish which kind of freezer you're talking about. There's a freezer that's normally a part of the refrigerator, usually on the left side. Or maybe it's a standing freezer that you actually take the top and pull it upwards. Or is it a large freezer that you actually take the doors, open them up, and you actually walk inside? For this video, let's just pretend you have a standing alone freezer where you actually have to lift the lid. So to sign that, you simply take both hands and you do the sign freeze or frost first. To do that sign, you simply take both hands, form fives, bring them out as if they're falling in front of the body, and then draw them closer to the body, flexing the fingers. And then from here, you'll actually do the sign mimicking what kind of freezer you have. In this case, I'm going to actually open up the lid of the freezer. So to do that whole sign, or from the side. That is how I sign freezer. The sign grater. Now we know a kitchen grater is used to maybe cut down or chop down fruits, vegetables, even meats like chicken or even cheeses. And you'll do that by actually scraping whatever it is against the sides of the metal grater. So to do that sign, you actually sign metal, make an X, and scrape forward up underneath the chin. And then from here, you'll take both hands and you will show the outline of the grater. And then from here, you'll take your hands, make fours, bend the fingers, and you'll pretend as though you're poking holes in the metal sides of the grater, because we know each side has a different pattern that's used to cut down the produce. And then from here, you'll mimic actually scraping up and down the grater. So let me show you what that whole sign looks like now that you know what I'm doing. That is how you sign a kitchen grater. A kitchen island. Now we know with the kitchen island, some of them are very wide and some may be just more of a box shape. And what you'll do is you'll show or demonstrate that with your hands on how wide you bring your hands, and then you'll show the depth of that island. And from here, a lot of islands have stoves on the top. So I'll do the sign for metal, and then I'll demonstrate how many little metal areas that you can cook on. So maybe there's 4. So I'll go here, there next to it, and then I'll go and back, demonstrating that there are 4 areas that you can cook on the stove. Some may have 2 or 3, but in this particular case, I'll demonstrate 4. And from here, I'll go to the knobs where I turn them on. So let me show you what that whole sign looks like together. That is how I sign island. Kitchen cabinet. To sign kitchen cabinet, you first start with taking your dominant hand and forming a K. If you did not know this was a K, I did make a video on the alphabet, so you can refer to that as well. Then from here, I'll take my non-dominant hand, place it in front of the body with the palm facing upward. Take my dominant hand with the K, place that on its side, and then flip it over once. Let me show you that from the side. And then from here, I will mimic actually opening up cabinets. So let me show you what that whole sign looks like. That is how you sign kitchen cabinet. The sign microwave. To sign microwave, simply take both hands, bring them to the side, put them in fist positions or S positions, and from here with one motion, you'll bring them closer together, and as they come closer together, they open up to form 5s, and then bring them back to the original position. Let me show you one more time. That is how you sign microwave. Napkin. To sign napkin, I actually take my dominant hand, bring the fingers together. This becomes the actual cloth, and then I'll pretend as though I'm wiping my mouth. That is how you sign napkin. Oil. To sign oil, you'll simply take your non-dominant hand, place that in front of the body, fingers together, thumb kind of upwards. Then from here, I will take my dominant hand with my middle finger and my thumb. I will actually grip onto the lower portion of the non-dominant hand and then squeeze, bringing the fingers downwards and coming together. I'll do that twice. Let me show you maybe it from the side this way. And back to the front again. That is how I sign oil. The sign pot. Now to sign pot, we know pots usually have a handle, so you'll take your non-dominant hand and pretend as if you're grabbing that handle. With your dominant hand, it becomes a classifier, and that will show the curvature of that pot. Now if you have a thinner pot, you can actually use just the index finger and the thumb. If it's somewhat thicker, you can use your middle finger with the index finger, with the thumb, or if it's very thick, just use your whole hand forming a C on the side. So let me show you what that whole thing looks like in real time. That is how you sign pot. The sign recipe. Now the sign recipe has a few different signs that you have to do in order to form the one sign recipe. The first sign is make, the second is how, and the last demonstrates a listing of each ingredient. So let's start with the first sign, make. Simply take both hands, make fists, place the dominant fist on top of the non-dominant fist, and then pivot at the wrist going forward. Now the second portion of that is how. I make A's with both hands, bringing the fists together at the knuckles, and then my dominant hand, I pivot forward twice. I'll show you from the side. Now this last portion, I actually demonstrate the list of the different ingredients by taking my non-dominant hand, place the palm facing the viewer. With my dominant hand, I pretend as if I'm going up and down each ingredient. Now let me show you that whole sign together. I know it's long. That is how I sign recipe. Refrigerator, very easy. You simply spell R-E-F as an abbreviation for refrigerator. R-E-F. The sign smoke. To sign smoke, simply take your dominant hand, bring it out in front of the body, bend or flex at the wrist, leave your fingers apart, and from here, I go in a circular motion going upward. And at the same time, I puff out my cheeks. That is how you sign smoke. The sign smoke detector. Now, we know with the smoke detector, you're normally on the ceiling, and they usually have a flashing red light, knowing that it is functional or operating. So what I do from here is I first take my non-dominant hand. This becomes my classifier for the ceiling. With my dominant hand, I pretend as if I'm gripping or have a hold of the smoke detector, and I'm placing it on the ceiling. My next part is to demonstrate or to form the red light. I do the sign for red, and then I do the sign for light from the side. Then I go back up to where the smoke detector is, and I flick, showing the red light beeping back and forth, or not beeping, just flashing back and forth. So let me show you once again what that whole sign looks like. That is how I sign smoke detector. The sign sink. Now I'm going to show you two different ways of signing that. The first is simply by signing water. To sign water, you make a W with your dominant hand. With the index finger, it will tap up against the chin twice. And then the next portion of that sign is you'll actually take both hands and pretend as though you're turning on the hot and cold faucet. Now, another way of doing that is the same sign, but you add the shape of the sink. So I would go water, turn on, and then from here show the size or the shape of the sink. Either way is fine. That is how I sign sink. The sign stool. Now we know a lot of times the stool may have 3 legs, so what you need to do is use classifiers. So I make F's with both hands, and starting with 2 legs, I'll start down low and bring them together. And then for the third one, I'll take my dominant, bring it outwards, and then bring it up to join the other 2 legs. And from here, I will do the sign sit or chair. And to sign this, you take both hands, extend out the middle finger and the index finger or U's, and then with the dominant hand or the dominant U, I tap twice on the back of the non-dominant U. So let me show you what that whole thing looks like. That is how I sign stool. The sign stove. Now we know with the stove there's usually 4 placements or 4 areas where you can cook on the stove, and then right in the front is the on and off buttons for the stove and the oven. So to sign this, you simply take your index finger and your thumb, form like C's, bring them together, which becomes the shape of one of the placements. From here I'll go from front, right adjacent to it, to the back and adjacent to this, indicating that there are 4 placement areas. And then from here, I'll pretend as though I'm turning on and off the stove and the oven. So let me show you that one more time. That is how I sign stove. To sign spatula. To sign spatula, simply take your non-dominant hand. This becomes your classifier, indicating the shape of the pot or the pan that you're using. Then from here, you'll take your dominant hand with the palm facing upward. This becomes the classifier, or actually the actual spatula. You'll slide it forward as if you're sliding something underneath a piece of food, and you will flip it over. Let me show you that from the side. One more time. That is how you sign spatula. For the sign toaster. Now, toaster has 2 different parts to the sign. The first part you're going to sign is toast. Simply take your non-dominant hand, bring that out in front of the body with the palm facing the signer. With your dominant hand, form a V, then bend the index and the middle fingers. They look like hooks. With these 2 fingers, tap the center of the palm of the non-dominant hand, then bring it right and back and tap the back of the non-dominant hand. And from here, you're going to do the outline of the actual toaster itself. So let me show you that all together. That is how you sign toaster. Now, I hope you've learned something from this video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe. Last but not least, hit that notification button. If you're interested also in learning more about American Sign Language, take a look at my other videos.